Today we're going to be talking about a BANT Life Gain deck. Now today's deck is very interesting because we incorporate some other mechanics into this deck aside from just gaining life and scaling our creatures upwards. We've also got things like the blink mechanic built into this deck where we're going to be bouncing our creatures in and out of the battlefield for extra enter the battlefield triggers. This is a mechanic we've been exploiting a lot lately on the channel, but it's very fun and it's actually a very effective way to play Magic. The build around here is actually going to be Shauna Purifying Blade. It's a 3/3 creature, and it does have lifelink tied to it, and it has an ability where we can draw X amount of cards at the end of our turn based on how much life we gain that turn. We will have to pump the X amount of mana into it to draw those cards, but it's very, very nice for drawing cards in the mid to late game. We've also got a really interesting way to bounce cards, like I was just saying with the Lagrella. If you guys don't know what this card does, we can essentially use it like a Brutal Cathar to snag one of our opponent's creatures and place it into exile underneath our card, but we can also take one of our own creatures from the battlefield and place it underneath. So eventually when it does die, your opponent's going to get their creature back, but so are we, allowing us to trigger double, enter the battlefield triggers. Now we've got some great creatures that work well with that. Of course, we've got Inspiring Overseer, Circuit Mender, and Workshop Warchief. All three of these cards work extremely well, not only entering the battlefield, but also leaving the battlefield in some cases. It's a very fun deck, and it actually turned out to be extremely powerful, so I'm sure you're going to enjoy today's video. But just so you guys know, there'll be a full deck breakdown at the end of today's video, so stick around for that. In the meantime, there's a full deck list down below in the descriptions. And if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, subscribe, all that good stuff helps a ton, and I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said though, guys, enjoy today's video. We'll see you at the end. Peace! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day, another video. Today we're going to be talking about BANT. We're playing some BANT today. It's going to be a life gain deck built around Voice of the Blessed. We've got some cool new tools that we have in this deck that I've yet to give a shot to. There's some pretty cool blink mechanics in this deck that I'm really excited about, where we're going to be blinking in and out some of our creatures to take advantage of their enter the battlefield triggers. And yeah, there's a lot of really unique ways to draw cards and get value from this deck, so I'm really excited. We've played a couple of games already, kind of dominating with this thing. We've run into a lot of mono black, it seems like, but we've been able to handle mono black pretty easily. But now it looks like more of a Demir, more of a control type of a player here, so this should be pretty interesting. How do we want to move forward with this? I think I'm gonna go Voice of the Blessed here and drop this to get it growing right away. I don't like that we're up against control. That means we're probably going to be running into a lot of counter magic, a lot of removal, so the chances of this Voice of the Blessed sticking around for too long is a little unlikely, which, I mean, playing the Gala Greeters last turn was another option we had there, but if I play the Gala Greeters and then the Voice of the Blessed, there's a good chance Voice gets countered, so I'm hoping that we can at least avoid the counter magic, and that at least lowers the pool of potential ways for them to get it off the field. So that's why I threw it out here immediately, get it growing, hopefully past the point of a meat hook massacre. We'll see, that's kind of my rationale, but sorry guys, I'm so tired all the time, man. Don't feel like I sleep enough. Next turn we do have the Wandering Emperor, which is nice, that I can flash in and hopefully surprise them with some sort of ambush mechanics here. But no, they have the Infernal Grasp. I figured they had something. I figured as much. All right, let's hope the Wandering Emperor doesn't get countered. There are a lot more counter spells that do hit non-creature spells than creature spells, I feel like. So there's a really strong possibility that this gets hit with like a Make Disappear or something like that. We'll see. That's a good sign. Nice. That's huge. That is huge. So you're saying there's a chance. So we know we avoid counter magic, so why the heck not go for an Elspeth here? Seems pretty free. And I'm actually gonna minus the Elspeth here just so I can have options, because there's a good chance we get hit with like an Invoke Despair next turn. So I want to make sure I give myself some options of creatures to sacrifice. And we do draw the Shauna, which is so good. Shauna is the whole reason we built this deck, by the way. Shauna is the new card from Dominaria that just gives us a ton of card draw as long as we're drawing, as long as we're gaining life. Meat hook for 3, okay. I suppose I should have anticipated something like that too. That's fine. That's fine.
Keep watchful. This is your fight.
Let's give it lifelink. There's really nothing I want to play here. I think let's keep our hand, you know, the way it is, because Gala Greeters and the Lagrella, they work better with teams of cards. So this is fine.
Once I've rested, I'll be back.
I mean, they've got to be running out of options sooner than later, man. They're kind of running through these removal spells like crazy. All right, we're gonna go here. I can't imagine our opponent's gonna have a counter for 1 here, so let's go ahead and play out Elspeth.
Right. Let's clean up this. I've made plenty of.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Nothing super great here. I think I'm gonna go for the Overseer just so I can draw a card. It's another land. All right, let's keep smacking away. We got the 4/4 with the life link going, so I mean we're doing a really good job. The hand though just doesn't look super fantastic. Shauna, you know, getting removed quickly like that with the meat hook was just a bit of a bummer. Wish I could have been able to do a little more with that, draw some more cards, but it's all good. I have a pretty good hand though to deal with the Shieldred problem here, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and what do we want to do? Do we want to... Let's give this first strike. Let's give this first strike, and then I'm probably going to create a 2/2 with the Wandering Emperor. Not too sure yet. Probably going to create a 2/2 though. Let's go ahead and attack in and give them the option. I'm going to give them the option here to make a block against our 5/5 and lose Shieldred that way. Okay, that's fine. It's actually pretty good because now they can double block me. I didn't anticipate them creating that 1/1 token, but well done on their part. But they actually don't even take advantage of it, which is totally fine, which is what I kind of expected. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and play out another Overseer. Let's see what card we draw off the top here. It's another land, that's fine. And then we play out the Lagrella. The Lagrella is going to exile the Overseer that doesn't have the shield counter, and we'll take the Shieldred as well. All right, and play this out. Create a 2/2. And say go. All right, so they're gonna need a pretty good meat hook massacre here for them to come back into this game, but it's just a Jenga Taxis, which means we probably win this game. They've got 2 mana to work with here, which is good. It's something that can, you know, they can cast an instant or sorcery spell like maybe like a Infernal Grasp, and they can double up on it with the Jin. That could save them. They have options, but with both my Planeswalkers probably making it out of this turn alive, there's probably no shot that they can win this game. But we'll see. We will see. I have 30 life to their 9. They clearly have something they can play for 2, so... Or it's the crewing mechanic of the Bank Buster holding priority. Who knows? Hopefully we're not getting roped, though. That would be a bit of a bummer. By the way, while we're waiting for our opponent here and they're roping us, check out the new Planeswalker jersey, bros. It says Planeswalkers, and then look at the shoulders. They got the mana. And then this side has the magic. And then the back says Magic Player. Check it out. It's kind of sweet. This is my least favorite of the 3. Oh, hold on. My ox cord is so long that I always run it over with my chair. But anyways, yeah, this is my least favorite of the 3 jerseys, but it's only because it says Magic Players on the back. And I feel like there's something cooler they could have said right here instead of Planeswalkers. But anyways, we're definitely getting roped. We might have to make a jump cut here to the end. The opponent's salty, I think, about losing this game. So on to the next one, I guess. All right, they are definitely roping us. This turn is kind of irrelevant. It's just Yeah, here we go. We're gonna get roped again. Kind of irrelevant. They're just gonna be sitting here not doing anything. So again, we'll probably make another edit here, and we'll just see you at the end. All right, and that will do it. Yeah, awesome. Control player salty that they didn't get to control us. So on to the next one. All right, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ignore the fact that we just got ropes. It's all good. Let's go ahead and move on. The opponent gets to go first here. I got 2 Gala Greeters, which is really good to have in the opening hand, but with 5 lands, little tricky to navigate there. This is much better. Much better. I think I can actually drop the Lagrella. I think I like the charm a little bit better here, just because we don't have anything that we want to be bouncing just yet. So we're gonna go ahead and go this route. Shauna in hand feels good because I can draw a bunch of cards. We're against Esper. It's another control maybe. Oh man, I hope not. I hope this isn't another control deck. That'd be a bummer. Broker's Charm can't blow up, unfortunately, the Bank Buster, but I would like to. Looks like they're gonna remove the Gala Greeters potentially. No, they don't. Okay. I don't think Shauna's gonna get any love here. I think Shauna's actually gonna get blown up pretty bad here. So I'm actually gonna go second Gala Greeters. And what am I gonna go ahead and throw on? Am I gonna do a treasure probably for the Elspeth? That could be fun, but then what about counter magic? Counter magic. Can I go aggressive? Yeah, I'm gonna go aggressive. So I'm gonna go Gala Greeters, put the 1/1 counter, and swing through. I think that's a fair play. Yeah, there's clearly some, I mean, not clearly. Again, the Bank Buster does hold priorities here, so. All right, so it's just a Vortex. I don't mind that too much, especially because they played it early enough to not send it to the bottom of my deck, which means I can replay it and they lose a card, so that's fine. All right. Oh, that's a good card. That does blow up the Bank Buster. Man, I just don't know. I feel like there's just so much interaction probably waiting for us here on the other end. Now I'm starting to think I do want the treasure. I don't know, because I am going to gain a lot of life with the Shauna, maybe to be able to draw cards. No, let's beat him down. This is a tough decision, man. Very tough decision. I do have the Boseiju, though, to blow up the Bank Buster, like I said, so that's probably going to be my next move. I'm hoping they play something to interact with us here instead of cracking the Bank Buster, but it looks like they're going to crack it, which means I'm probably not going to use the Boseiju now because they've already got the value out of it, because they could have cracked it in response to me playing it. Like if I go to blow up the Bank Buster, they could just draw a card in response. So I was hoping they'd play something, tap out, and then I could then blow it up. But they've already got two cards off of it, so we might as well allow the last one and just save this for a land. All right. That's interesting. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and play out. Actually, we're gonna play this out so we can spend the 2 mana. We're gonna play that out so we can spend the 2 mana to draw 2 cards here. So hopefully Shauna makes it through this turn. Good chance it does. Also, good chance it doesn't. Let's gain the 2 life. Grow this to a 3/3, and no attacks. Looks like the trigger does go on the stack, which means we are going to be drawing cards. Let's take our action here. Draw 2. Let's go. GG's. Let's go, baby. I like that. All right, they do crack their final Bank Buster. This is a full-on Esper, like mono black looking deck so far, but I'm not sure what exactly they're trying to do. Whether it's like a mid-range game, or if they're going to go more control here, I'm not sure. But they have a lot of mana to work with now. I'm sure we're going to get a Meat Hook Massacre somewhere down the line, so growing our field might be the play. We got to figure out a way to kill this before it gets too big. All right, they crew up the Bank Buster, and they're going to connive. They connive on the Bank Buster. Interesting. All right, they drop what though? My apologies, guys. I'm so tired. I don't know why I keep yawning so bad, but man, I'm trying. Oh, I'm out of water too. Dang it. All right, so they dropped Destroy Evil, which is good for us because Destroy Evil would have been able to pick off something big, which is what we're trying to do. And then this returns creatures to the group. Okay, that's fine. This is all fine. I'm okay with all of this. We're gonna gain so much life here. This is fine. Oh, that's a good find as well, but I don't really have a great target myself to bounce, but it's still a great card. This will guarantee that I kill the Overfiend. This will give me, man, what do I do here? This is really tough. This is not exactly easy here. This is not easy at all. I think, oh gosh, because we can kill it with this too. Let's attack. Let's attack in here. Let's try to gain the 3 life. And then if they want to block with the Rafine, we have the Seed of the Empire. But no, they don't take it. They don't take the bait, which means we're going to have to use this as a land now. And I think I'm going to go ahead and charm it away. All right, now we're going to go ahead and just draw 2 cards. I don't know if that was the most optimized play. I'm going to be completely honest. I really don't. But it got rid of Rafine the way we wanted it to. And we are back to 20 life. And we got 2 cards out of the deal. I think it's pretty decent. It's a pretty decent turn. This is a really tough game to navigate, though. I'm not going to lie. This is a good little control deck they got going on here. Or mid-range Esper deck. All right. They -2. They get rid of my Shauna, but I have a backup. They don't attack. Love that. Definitely gonna go with the Shauna again. And I only need to gain 3 here to draw 3. So which one is this? This one. This one's this one. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a 1/1 counter on it. This one will gain life. Keep the 1 growing extremely large. I gotta try to outscale. The Meat Hook Massacre potential that our opponent may have. All right, so we are going to draw 3 cards then. Is that what we want to do? I think so. Now they can crew this, and it is a 6/6, so we're not going to attack into them here. We're just going to do no attacks, end our turn. We'll take our 3 cards. They destroy evil, sure. We knew they had to have had a backup there, so that's not a surprise. Let's take action. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now we got to discard 1 card in hand. We do find a Voice of the Blessed, so now we're in business here, guys. Let's drop this. Now we're in business because we've got the Lunarch Veteran and the Gallic Readers both gaining us life every single time something enters the field. So Voice of the Blessed should be able to go off pretty hard here. They're already pretty much tapped out here, playing 2 wedding announcements. No blocks. We'll take the 4. We're chilling with that. They're just using their Bank Buster defensively, waiting for me to make a mistake, but I'm not gonna walk into that. We're gonna be okay. Once the Voice of the Blessed gets big enough, we're gonna be A-okay. All right. You gotta be careful on the order you do this in, so that way you maximize the Voice of the Blessed triggers here. So gain 2, gain 1, right? Gain another 1. Gain another 1. All right, so now we're talking about a Voice of the Blessed that has flying and vigilance, which is great, but we're not in the indestructible phase just yet. Another Voice of the Blessed is fantastic. Not looking to draw too many cards here this turn. Not a problem. We can't attack because the opponent here is going to block with that Bank Buster. We get another Shauna. Nice. Love that. All right, we're chilling. We're doing really good. We're up to 25. And we have the most threatening thing on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can meat hook for 5 currently, which is not enough to kill the Voice of the Blessed. So we're winning that race. Meat hook's no good to them anymore. Obviously, Destroy Evil, a very scary card. But we've seen 2 already, so it's unlikely we see another one. Ooh, the Vortex. I forgot they were running the Vortex too. Yeah, we're not out of the woods, man. They've got some good tools to answer these threats. We'll see. Oh, they just create more bodies. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's go with another Voice of the Blessed here. Gain life. Gain life. Let's go ahead and gain life. We don't really need to draw a card with the War Chief, so there's no reason to kick it here. We've got plenty of ways to generate card draw value off of the Shana. All right. We're 1 away. We're 1 away from making it indestructible, which would get around the Destroy Evil, but not get around the shoot, what am I trying to say here? The Vortex. So we are gonna cast 1 more creature here just to give it the indestructibility to get around the Destroy Evil. There's a good chance they have it in hand currently though, and they're just waiting for me to expand more. This can attack now actually, so 11, 12, 13, 14 over the top. Not quite lethal. This might still be the card I want to take here. Yeah, probably the card I want to take. And then we will steal probably you, just because you're the trickiest card, because you can crew that Bank Buster a lot easier. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. All right, so we do get the indestructibility. That does go off without a hitch. We attack into the face. They can't block. There's nothing in the air for them here. Vortex. Nope. Might as well be though. Shoot. Okay, that's fine. Gosh darn it. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Interesting. Okay. 2 cards left in our opponent's hand here. Let's see what they got. I still feel like I'm way ahead of them. Obviously, you just saw how good those vortexes can be and those bounce effects with these Voice of the Blessed. So we're not out of the woods, but I feel like we're getting ahead of them. Eventually, they're going to run out of juice. When they do, we're going to be ready to strike. The Shana, being able to draw us a ton of cards over and over again is super helpful. Those fish are interesting because they can't be blocked, so they might be sending those through for attacks, but they don't. They don't at all. Interesting. All right, let's go with, again, Voice of the Blessed. As long as we have 1 Gala Greeters out here and a veteran, we're going to be in good shape. All right. I think I'm going to go Elspeth here now. I really need to get this going, so let's get this down. Now, indestructibility, or do I? You know what? I'm going to go minus here. I'm going to go minus here. It's a little bit of a greedier play, to be honest, but I think it's a fine play. Another Voice of the Blessed. Let's go. That'll work. That will work. Now they do have something in the air to block with now, which is a bit of a bummer. I'd rather draw 4 cards here than to play a Mender out. Because even if I play Mender, well, actually, if I play Mender, I do give indestructibility. But there's really nothing here that deals damage, right? Yeah, I'm fine. Because if I attack into them and they block here with their 8/7, there's no cards that Esper has that says deal X amount of damage. Well, I guess there is the March, but yeah, the March would be a bit of a bummer. But that'd only be for 1. So I'd still survive. Yeah. Okay. All right, we do got to do something. We have to do something about that Wandering Emperor, I feel like, but not yet. Not yet. All right, so all their creatures are going to get 2/1/1 counters, which is actually pretty ridiculous. There's a good chance we're going to need to make some serious blocks here on this next turn. But we are at 37 life total. Let's end our turn. Let's do that. All right, we got some good cards now. Wandering Emperor helps a lot, but again, their field is filled with just absolute monsters. We got a good block though with our 10-10, and we can chump a lot of this stuff and still see some value because we've got, you know, things that will spit out more value down the road. All right, here we go. So let's go here. I can't block the 7s. Oh wait, what am I doing? Let's block this guy. Let's block here, here, here. And there's nothing with lifelink here, so we might as well just send the whole block squad out here just to make sure we survive. I don't know if we're gonna survive this, guys. 14, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, we survive. All right, that's fine. That works. But they're not tapped out. That's the thing, right? They're not tapped out. I am left with 2 Voice of the Blessed. They are going to get bigger here off of the Shauna doing damage. And I'm going to gain life on the entry of the Angel. And then that comes in too. Yeah, so this is all good. This is all good. This is all super helpful here. Perfect. Now our other Voice of the Blessed doesn't die. We're keeping all 3 voices now. That's good. 14. We get another creature entering the battlefield, which does trigger another life gain. And then also the Voice of the Blessed get that another one from Shauna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, they can only meet hook for 5. So 2 of these Voice of the Blessed actually get around that. This one will be susceptible though to that removal. We do have indestructibility on this one, so really the bounce mechanics are really the only thing I'm too afraid of right now. I think we got it, guys. I think we've got it. We'll see. They did take a little too long to attack, I think, too. They could have been attacking a little more aggressively, but then at the same time they wouldn't have been spitting out as many tokens, so who's to say? I don't know. I don't know what is happening here. Hopefully our opponent's not salty again. That would be a bit of an unfortunate event to have 2 control players rope me. I hope that's not what's happening here, but if it is, I just gotta say a quick thank you to everyone who's watching right now, man. Sorry if I seem a little off today. I do feel like my own energy is a bit low, and I apologize. I don't know why I'm so tired. I had a really good weekend, a really restful weekend. I don't normally have days off during the weekend. It's normally record as many videos as I can, as fast as I can, but I actually got off to a great start on Saturday, so I decided I was going to take Sunday off with the family and watch some football and stuff, and it was pretty relaxing, but still woke up tired. I think I was just born tired. All right, well, clearly the opponent is probably roping us here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just again make some more edits here. This is so unfortunate that this is happening so much, but okay. All right, I can't lie, a little frustrating that we went back-to-back ropers here. We've just been sitting here on my phone this whole time. Bummer. It's just sad. I haven't seen this in a while, and it's unfortunate we went back-to-back, but it's okay. We got the W. On to the next one. Man, I don't know why it always seems like the control players are the ones who do that stuff. Well, not always, I guess. It's usually always either straight aggro players. If they don't win it in the 30 seconds, then they rope, or the control players. I don't know why. It just seems like those are the only 2 types of players that I see that happen with. But yeah, a little frustrating, not gonna lie. Trying to stay positive, but a bit annoying. Opponent gets to go first. Opening hand here is good. It's good enough because I got Galagreeters, right? And then I can go into some other cheap creatures, and then those cheap creatures give me treasures to get to Elspeth. So that seems fine. All right, up against Jund. Jund. And cut down. That's unfortunate. Oh, voltage surge. Okay, so we're up against artifacts of some sort. So probably gonna see some anvil action here, I would imagine. Yeah, still gonna go with the second Gala Greeters here. All right, no second. Well, hold on. I was gonna say no second voltage surge, but they do have something. Okay, Infernal Grasp. So it's gonna be a lot of removal, which is a bummer because I needed those Gala Greeters to get me my land drops, or my treasures at least. So hopefully Overseer. No, bummer. Bummer. All right, we're in trouble. Those 2 removal spells actually did a number on us here. So I will eat this because it becomes a much better creature once they get Fable the Mirror Breaker down, which is definitely a likely scenario. So all right, they find a 3rd land drop. Okay, I wasn't sure if they were going to find that or not. All right, let's go with double veteran here. Double veteran, that way we can get down a Voice of the Blessed and then just get extremely big, which means we can avoid burn spells, meat hook massacres, those types of things. Those are what we're going to be racing against, these types of things. Also Blood Tithe Harvester. This, on the other hand, obviously Infernal Grasp can get us pretty badly. So hopefully there's not too many of those in the hand. But a little frustrating right here out of the gate with the mana. That's fine. All right, I'm going for it. Going for the Voice of the Blessed. It's going to get 2 triggers here. And no attacks, obviously. We're just going to keep gaining this life slowly and surely. The Shieldred damage is going to be a little bit irrelevant for us because we're going to gain so much life. We can get around that all day. Looks like they have an answer. Nope, not quite the answer I thought. That's good. No blocks. If I can get Elspeth down now, I've got a lifelink counter. Let's go. Huge.
You could show him what you got.
Yeah, we'll leave back the Luminarch to protect the Elspeth if everything goes wrong, but I don't think we're gonna need to. This is all fine. I don't know if Elspeth was the right call there. It just felt like the right call because they gave me the open line of attack. So giving this a lifelink counter just seemed like a really good idea. And now that it has the vigilance, it obviously, controls and protects itself. I'm not going to block this. If that's all they have here, I'm totally fine with that because they're going to need to invest more mana into another sort of burn spell mechanic to get rid of it. So they have it. Okay, that's fine. Again, it's double value. Not really. I mean, it's 1 card, but it is Shieldred having to attack into them is a big deal because now this has lifelink and flying. So going over the top here all day.
You can deal with my servant.
This is fine. All right, and then we drop another land here, giving them even more 1/1 counters, giving them even more 1/1 counters. And here's where the game starts to run away. We're gonna start taking this game and running away with it. Let's go ahead and attack into, I guess, Sorin. All right, we gain 10 life and we trigger all of our voices again. They eat it. We completely avoid Meat Hook Massacre. We're very, very close to avoiding Infernal Grasp. There's only burn and kill spells. Yeah, there's nothing they can do here. We're so far ahead. Like, this is not the matchup they want to see. We were just lacking those lands early on. I didn't even play that, the best of my ability, I don't think. The Elspeth play was a little tricky. I think allowing them to attack with Shieldred and then burn it, I still think that was the right move. Being that I can, return the attack back to them. But anyways, I like it. I thought it was a good game and a very easy win. So on to the next one. All right, at least I can say our opponent didn't rope us. So that's a big, big benefit. So far, it's been really great, though. I mean, we're going to get to diamond with this thing very easily. This is a very powerful deck. Opponent goes first here, huh? Oh, this is a slow hand, guys. I think I can keep it, though, and get away with it, if I'm being honest. The mana is just too good to throw this away to potentially get a 2-land hand or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Nothing till turn 3 is scary, but, okay. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. As good of a card as that is, it's not good to see 3 of them in a deck, especially because of the legendary rule. You know what I mean? All right, that's a playable. It's a really good playable too, because I can get down the Overseer, draw a card, and then follow it up with the, Lagrella, And this exiles, which means it won't be coming back to annoy us later. Them drawing cards with that is a bit annoying, but I think it's fine. For now it's fine. Wedding announcement seems like it's going to be the play here if they're running the welcoming vampire. Yep, it sure is. Do they have another land drop? Yeah, they do. Okay. They attack with bolt though, looking for a card draw, which they would have gotten if they just, you know, let their wedding announcement pop a 1/1. So they're gonna just draw a card either way. All right, we attack in. We go Lagrella. Do one of those. All right, and now we've got the Shauna. I could drop in a Tranquil Cove, gain a life like that, draw a card, or I could just play out the, you know, the on-tap land and play Elspeth out, which is also a great option. They're probably going to attack into me. I mean, it's a 2 flyer, so it goes over the top. They create the 1/1. They draw a card. They're up to 5 cards in hand. Yeah, this is they're doing a pretty good job as far as value goes. They're refilling their hand pretty quickly here with this welcoming vampire wedding announcement combo. And now they've got a fountain down. The fountain is a card I've been trying to make work for so long and haven't had the opportunity to find too much success from it, but looks like they're going to do nothing. Interesting. Okay, well, how do we want to proceed? Do we want to go with Elspeth minus? That seems fun, but also giving this just flying to protect the Elspeth seems fun. What are the odds the opponent's running anything that can remove my planeswalker? Pretty high. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it is Elspeth, and I think I give this flying. I think that's the move. So now it's a really good blocker for the Elspeth, so we can keep plussing it and getting it value. Obviously, any sort of removal for Elspeth or even the Lagrella would be bad, but then if the Lagrella dies, we get back another 2/3 or 2/1 flyer that can block. It's also going to have 1/1 counters placed onto it, so it'll be a really good blocker. Elspeth should survive unless there's a direct kill spell for it in their hand. They missed a land drop last turn too, which is great. Even though they're drawing all these cards. Well, they're having to think pretty hard here, which is a good sign for us. All right, they're going straight to the attack step here, attacking into my Lagrella, which has flying, can protect really well. Very strange. Maybe they missed the part. Oh, I was gonna say maybe they missed the part where I gave it flying, but you know what? No, it's a meat hook massacre. Honestly, if that's their big shebang, I'll take it. That's really good. This gets 2 counters on it and it's flying. If I tie it with lifelink here in the next turn, that's also great. Yeah, this is a great start. All right, let's go Voice of the Blessed first. Then Shauna. Would I rather draw 1 card this turn, or would I rather see the Voice of the Blessed go up 1 additional point?
I know there's a hero inside you.
I think I'd rather draw a card this turn. All right, we get a Workshop War Chief. Not bad, not bad. Good chance that Shauna will die, or Voice of the Blessed. Those are the 2 cards that no one really wants to see stick around too long for us. And it is a Liliana, so there's going to be a minus happening here, which is fine. I have backup Shaunas, so this will be fine. Good chance the Elspeth's going to take some damage here. We're not going to block. It is what it is. I don't care too much about Elspeth losing loyalty. I'm not too excited to alt it, to be honest. I think the plus to give life links and the first strikes and things like that, though. Very important. All right, let's get this down first. That way we can potentially draw some cards here this turn. Let's give this vigilance. That way it can block as well. And again, do we want to trigger the Voice of the Blessed and draw a card? Oh, it does draw us a card too. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Shauna, draw a couple of cards here. You know what? No. I'm gonna get aggressive. I don't really care if they make us discard, because again, we're drawing 3 cards here, so this will be fine. All right, make me discard all you want. And we've got some great cards now. We've got the Voice of the Blessed with a veteran. The veteran's gonna obviously trigger the Voice of the Blessed a ton. We're gonna avoid Meat Hook Massacre all day long, so we're not too scared of that, of any sweepers happening. Obviously depopulate would be a bit of a problem, but if we can get the Voice of the Blessed in the next couple of turns up to indestructibility, we're gonna be really safe. Shauna really pulling some weight here in the deck. This is a fantastic card, which is why I wanted to build around it. I think it's a very powerful mechanic. A life gain has always been a really tried and true mechanic, so all right, how do we do this? I think I'm gonna go Voice of the Blessed here, then I'm gonna go this, and I'm gonna go this. I don't think that was the right order. I really don't think that was the right order, but it's fine. It's a bummer. Let's give this lifelink. And that's game. Yeah, it didn't really matter, did it? No, not really. All right, GG's. Yeah, I don't know if I was trying to figure out the best way to go about that. I think I counted the mana wrong. I was trying to trigger the Gala Greeters for its gain 2 life mechanic as well, but ran out of mana there. I thought I was gonna have 3 for the Overseer, so that was on me. But anyways, Diamond, let's go. Locked in Diamond, love it. That is going to conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. We are going to jump into the deck breakdown now, but before I do so, I wanted to say a huge shout out to everyone who made it this far into the video. It helps out so much with the YouTube algorithm when you stick around, so I just want to say a huge shout out to you and a thank you for helping support the channel. With that being said, though, let's take a look at today's deck. I don't know why I just got subconscious all of a sudden that I have something in my teeth. I hope not, but I just ate, so who knows. Anyways, we've got a pretty cool deck here, guys. We built this deck around Shauna, Purifying Blade, a card I've been wanting to try out for a very long time. It's a card that comes in as a 3/3 lifelinker and allows us to draw cards based on how much life we gain. It's a pretty silly, powerful card. I've seen it used before in the past. It's obviously nothing extremely new that people are doing. This is definitely something that's been tried and true for a while, and I wanted to give it a shot myself. And there wasn't a lot actually in BANT that I totally loved when it came to life gain. Obviously, we had the Luminarch Veteran and the Voice of the Blessed combination, which works extremely well, but most of the time these two cards are going to be paired up with cards in the color scheme of Orzhov. Orzhov does actually offer you a ton of life gain mechanics and a little easier to play, to be honest. But BANT, it kind of became tricky because it didn't exactly offer us a ton of options, which is why I incorporated Lagrella. Now, this is another card that does nothing. It has nothing to do with the life gain mechanics until you build around it correctly. So here's what we decided to do. We were going to place this card into play, hopefully not only to clear up the battlefield from any sort of threats from our opponent, but bouncing our creatures in and out of play for hopefully double the life gain triggers, which of course we've got the Inspiring Overseer, Circuit Mender, and Workshop Warchief, which all 3 of these cards gain life when they enter the battlefield. So the first part of that is a success. We get those down, we get to gain the life, and then we exile it with the Lagrella. And in some cases, like the Workshop Warchief, it's going to create a 4/4 token for us to use, and then eventually come back to gain us that life again. Same thing with the Circuit Mender. We draw a card when it leaves the battlefield, and then when it comes back, it gains us even more life. So I thought that worked extremely well here. Obviously, Overseer, doesn't get us anything when it leaves the field, but coming back, it draws us another card and gains us life. And this does open the door for a couple of Planeswalkers. We have Wandering Emperor and Elspeth. Both of these have lifelink and life gain mechanics tied into them, so they worked really well with the game plan as well. And they also offer a lot of utility plays, right? Like we can remove things off the field, we can go grab extra permanents, put shield counters on them. These two cards work extremely well in today's build, so we had to splash those in. And then I thought Gala Greeters was a really nice touch too, because Gala Greeters can grow obviously to be really aggressive. It can get us mana, but on top of everything else, it gains us 2 life every time a creature enters the battlefield. So this could be gaining us life on top of the Luminarch's triggers, and then we should see a pretty good and healthy amount of life gain happening to trigger the Voice of the Blessed for the win. But yeah, Broker's Charm was just a nice little touch here in the build, because it allows our creature to deal damage based on its power, which we should always have a creature much bigger than the opponent's as long as the voice is growing over time. And then it draws us cards, you know, for some utility, and on top of that, you know, you could just, you know, use this thing to destroy enchantments, which could be viable if you're up against, you know, Selesnya enchantments. This card could be very, very good. So I really enjoyed the deck. I thought it was very powerful, and I had a lot of success with it, so I hope you do as well. But that is going to conclude today's deck breakdown, which means we are coming to the end of the video. But before I hop out of here, as always, a huge shout out goes to the Mardu Mob. If you guys don't know, the Mardu Mob is the membership program here on the channel, so I got to give them a huge shout out at the end of every video, just to let them know how much I do appreciate all of their support. And if you guys want to learn more about the Mardu Mob, you can hit the join button down below, or there's a link in the description that you can click on and it'll take you there. But it's just a membership program here. You guys get access to some additional content, box openings, things like that. But just got to give them a huge thanks and appreciation at the end of every video. Let them know that I do appreciate everything they do for me. So with that being said though, guys, that is going to conclude today's video. Thanks for sticking around all the way to the end. I do appreciate you all so very much. And with that being said, we'll talk to you guys on the next one tomorrow. Peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.